first one?
Ma'am, millimeter cube, ma'am.
Yes, correct. No, not millimeter cube. Use centimeter cube, Vivant.
Okay.
Because this is a measuring cylinder, no? So this has centimeters in it. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Just a second. Do the second one.
Ma'am, 2.2 centimeters.
How did you do this?
Ma'am, I did division.
But what have they asked you?
First, I found the length of the cotton of the cotton. It is 13 centimeters, and then it goes around 6 times. So I did. Sorry, and then they asked what is the length for if it goes one round. So I did 13 by 6. I got 2.2.
Wait, let us check the answer. Vivan, for the first question, what answer did you give?
Ma'am, you told for the first one, I told the millimeter cube, it corrected it.
Yeah, that is centimeter cube only. But for the second one, tell me what the second one.
2.2 centimeters.
Yes, correct. Third one.
Speed and ground. Just 3 seconds. From 6 meters.
6 meters. Yeah, that's correct. Fourth question.
Small steel ball. Ma'am, it falls with constant acceleration.
Yes, correct. Fifth one.
Mass. Ma'am, it's measured in newtons.
It is asking about mass, no? Is it saying about weight?
First one is wrong. Second one is also wrong. Is it B then? It stays the same as the object falls?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The mass does not change, no, so Vivan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Don't forget that, okay? Sixth
Okay.
question.
Wait. And 4. Object 4.
Object 4, hold a second. Which question was this?
Sixth one.
D. Yes, correct. So for 7th and 8th.
Uh, okay.
আমিও একদিন কেদারনাথ যেতে চাই শুনেছি ওখানে নাকি স্বর্গ থেকে হাওয়া
For the 8th one, I don't know, ma'am. It's either option A or option B.
For 8th one, let's try to understand this, okay? It's a piece of card that which has a center of mass. So anything has a center of mass, right? Now they
Yes.
say that which diagram shows how it hangs when suspended by a thread. So you're trying to suspend this object, and you have to figure out how will its position be.
Hmm.
So what do you think?
Ma'am, is it B?
It is?
B.
Shall we check? Hold on. This was your 8th question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's not B. It is A.
Okay. Ma'am, for the 7th one, it is cubic kilograms per cubic centimeter.
No, Vivan, whenever they ask you about density, no, you have to look for the SI unit in this case because,
Yes, ma'am. G/C
yeah,
and B.
yes,
cm centimeter cube.
C, yes. So if they have not given you the SI unit, then you have to say the unit which you have said correctly. Okay?
Yes. Okay, ma'am.
Alright. Ninth question.
I'm
17.3, ma'am. Option B.
Option B. Alright. Yes, correct. How did you do this?
Ma'am, for 15.2, sorry. And for the extension of 0, the length was 15.2. When it was 1 centimeter, the length became 16.2. When it was 3.4 centimeter, the length became 18.6. And so for 2.1, and since uh, when it was increased by 1 centimeter, the length also increased by 1 centimeter. When it was increased by 3 centimeters, the length also went by 3 centimeters. And then when it was increased by 0.4, it went up by 0.4. So I just added 2.1 to 15.
Yeah, correct. This one.
Some gravitational energy. Sorry, kinetic energy.
Yeah, kinetic energy. This one.
It is impossible to tell who produces more power. Option D.
Just a second. Okay, for this question, no, the answer is not D. It is option A. The boy produces more power.
Ma'am, but how, ma'am? It only shows the weight, not breath intake or how much
Yeah,
energy.
when you talk about power, what are the formulas that we use for power?
No, ma'am, you didn't tell any formula for me.
This is just an extra question. We can find it out. Find out a formula that includes the power weight of an object and tell me which one is producing more. Consider the weight as well as the force as well.
Ma'am, if they're running down the hill, then we can find out that the boy is moving faster because he has more mass.
No, I'll tell you wait. Whenever we talk about power, what is the meaning of it?
Energy exhibited.
Energy exhibited and
Um, I don't know.
heat. When you talk about power, there should be some kind of energy to execute the work that has been given to you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you talk about that, it is also going to talk about within how much time are you gonna will be able to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So in that case, when you talk about power in terms of work, there is a specific formula. Okay, which connects your force, your power, and your work done.
Okay.
Which we say it as work done is equal to force times the distance traveled.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes,
Force.
ma'am. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Ma'am, multiply only, no, ma'am.
yeah, it's a multiplication.
Okay.
And whenever you talk about the work, it is basically measured in terms of joule because it is the amount of energy that is being used to do it.
Okay, ma'am.
And when you talk about power, Vivan, the power is always equal to the amount, the weight of an object divided by the time taken. No, it is the work divided by the time taken. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
but what is work otherwise?
Uh, Energy exhibited while.
No, no, I just gave you the formula. No,
Oh, yes, ma'am. Work is ma'am. Work is power into time.
so work is force times the distance
Oh,
covered,
okay.
right?
Okay.
And your power, and always remember, work is also equal to the energy. But when you talk about power, Vivan, power is equal to the work divided by the time. Okay.
Okay.
Now, instead of work done, could I write as P equals to, just a second, force times the distance divided by time. Can I rewrite the equation like this?
Yes, ma'am. Because
Yeah.
force into distance is also equal to work.
Yes. So in this case, when you talk about it, force is nothing but the weight. Do we know that?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we learned it. No, Vivan. Force is
Yes.
nothing but it is the gravitation. I'm just typing. Okay. We can also make a note of this somewhere so that you don't forget it.
Okay.
So it's a gravitational force which is also equal to the weight of the object.
It's called
I'm done, ma'am.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
now try to figure out the question that we were doing in this one. They have given you the weight of each person over here.
Ma'am, so it is the boy, ma'am.
বলছি
Yes,
দিদার
because the
ওটা কি
weight
করতে হবে গো দিদার কি
is
আছে
directly proportional to the power over here. So therefore, the boy will execute more power compared to the girl.
কোথায় আছে
Yes, ma'am.
ম্যাক্সিমাম
Okay.
সার্টিফিকেট কোথায় আছে
Okay.
This one we're not doing it because it's not there.
কোনটাতে তোমার
So,
এখন একটু
13th question. Fully understand and then answer.
সে করে নিচ্ছি পাবো কোথেকে ও এটা তো দিতে হবে ওখানে ওটিপি যায় না তো আবার ওটিপি ডাউন পাবো কোথেকে পাওয়া আছে ঘরে
X will sink more, is more likely to sink because he is
তাহলে
exhibiting
আমি
more
তাহলে
pressure.
যাচ্ছি গিয়ে করিয়ে নিয়ে চলে আসি
X will sink with more pressure.
Yes, ma'am, because the area is very less.
সাতটা বাজে তাকে ও পড়া যাবে না
Yeah,
Fully?
that's correct. So option A or B?
Uh, Pressure, ma'am, A, ma'am.
Option A, yes, correct. Okay, this question. 14th.
Ma'am, the pressure increases and the volume becomes the
কোথায়
same.
আছে ডাউনলোড তো
It remains the same.
No.
Option D, ma'am.
No, Vivan. Always remember there is always a relation between pressure and volume. Okay? So whether you increase pressure, whether you
Ma'am,
increase
option C.
option C.
Yes, ma'am. Pressure
Yeah, that is
increases
correct.
and the volume.
Okay, so when your volume is decreased, the pressure would definitely increase. Remember that.
Okay.
Okay, this question.
আঠিয়ে দিন আমরা দিতে হবে সেটাকে দিতে যায় না কে বলেছে এখানে যায় না ভেতরে ঢুকে পাঠানো যায়
Ma'am, the molecules repel each other. Option D.
No. See, the water molecules that you have, no, they are not charged particles. They are neutral particles. So they cannot attract, they cannot repel, they're neutral. The only one thing that can happen is that the molecules will move very quickly.
That's
Okay. Okay.
So that's option C.
Okay.
ডিভাইসটাকে অ্যাড করতে হবে ইয়েস ওটাকে ইয়েস কর ইয়েস করটা মানে অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে দিচ্ছি
From Q and S, ma'am.
ঠিক আছে ভিডিও দেওয়া যাবে
Q and S.
Yes, ma'am.
ফার্স্ট
This one is change of state taking place.
ঠিক আছে শুরু করলাম
And then it's P and R.
Are you not confident on your answer?
I don't know this.
মেসি মারবো একদম
Okay,
মেসির
this
মতো
is called as a temperature time graph, which tells us that how would matter change its phase when it is being heated up. Okay, so over here, this is your solid state. Okay, and slowly you are increasing the temperature of the solid. So it doesn't until and unless it doesn't reaches its boiling point, it will stay in the solid form itself. But the moment it enters the boiling point, it will start to melt. Okay, Vivana, are you able to hear me?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So during the process of melting,
Yes, ma'am.
we see that the line is completely horizontal over here because when the process is taking place in Vivan, the temperature always remains the same. Okay, because it has to convert all the solid particles
Okay, ma'am.
to the liquid particles. So until and unless the entire process of converting the solid particle to liquid particle does not take place, the temperature remains the same itself. Once all the particles are being converted to liquid particles, again the temperature would increase. Okay, and this will keep on increasing until it reaches its boiling point. So once it reaches its boiling point over here, again there will be horizontal line for the temperature, which represents the process is taking place. Okay,
Okay.
and again it will start increasing once the process is done. So here they're asking you show a change of state taking place. So which options would you give?
P and R.
See, P and R are the
Sorry, ma'am. That is the increasing temperature.
increasing temperature, and it is representing the matter. Okay, in order to represent a change that is taking place, it is only Q and S, because these are the points where half are solid, half are liquid. Okay, so that is P.
And can I go drink water and come?
Yeah, go.
Ma'am.
Yeah. So So you understood, right? Now do the next question.
Who wants to? He has to heat the washer and then place it over the rod.
He has to.
Heat the washer.
Yeah, correct. Good. Just a second. Yes, good.
Ma'am, A, ma'am.
A. Are you sure?
Yes,
Why did you choose
yes, ma'am.
A?
Ma'am,
Why?
because if the wax melts, the balls will fall down.
Yeah, correct.
And then because more balls have fallen down, it means more wax is melted.
Yeah. Hmm. This question.
Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am, but is it thermometer X? And the reason is because cooler rises from the cube.
See, whenever we talk about hot air and cold air, no, Vivan, always remember the hot air are very much, they have lot of energy in them.
Oh,
So
yeah, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I understand. It is option B, and the warmer thermometer X and warmer rises from the cube.
you see, whenever you talk about an ice cube, no, there will be no warm air. There will be only cold air. Cube number one, there's no warm air which will be coming out of it. Okay, it is only the cold air that will fall down always. Whenever you take out an ice cube, do you feel hot air or do you feel cold air?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Hey Vivan, you must have seen an ice cube, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Taken it out also.
Yes, ma'am, but I'll feel only colder.
You feel hot or cold air?
Colder.
Cold air. Then why did you say in the answer as the hot air is rising up for an ice cube?
Ma'am, because whenever an object gets heated, it rises up.
But
Molecules rise up.
yeah, so that's basically the ice will melt. It will not let the hot air release from it. It gets melted because of the environmental heat. But the ice gives out the cold air from it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So here your option will be C. Because cold air are more dense, so it will fall down. And there will be a change in the temperature. The temperature will increase eventually there.
Okay.
Okay, we are not done with the question, so with this. Have you learned about mirrors in your grade 8?
Yes, ma'am.
Then do this question.
26, 25.
Yeah, both of them.
Green mirror.
4 মাসে তুই শুধু খালি নোট পেয়ে যাবি, তো তোর তো সেই আল্টিমেটলি সেই ব্যাপারটা একই হলো। তুই তো 4 মাসে জিনিসটা 4 মাসে কমপ্লিট করতে পারবি না। মেটেরিয়ালটা তো পেয়ে তো
Ma'am,
তুই
it
তো
is
সেই তারপরে তো
option
বললাম তখন বন্ধ করে
B,
দেবে
ma'am.
যে তোমার 4 মাস হয়ে গেল,
Right way
তোমার
up
শেষ।
is same size with the object.
তারপর তো সেই ব্যাপারটা একই হয়ে গেল, কিন্তু তোর নিজের মধ্যে
Yes.
প্রিপারেশন নেই। তো তুই তুই যখন 1 বছর বাদে তোর নিজের প্রিপারেশন কমপ্লিট হবে, তখন তুই কোথায়
You
গিয়ে
have
মক
learned
দিবি?
this, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
ও আচ্ছা। ও তারপর তুই 1 বছর তোর মক দেবো শুধু, এগুলোর জন্য আলাদা আলাদা টাকা দিতে হবে তো? জিজ্ঞেস করেছিস সেগুলো? হুম, 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 ওকে।
Ma'am, it is D and incidence is 2 and reaction is 4. And what?
Yeah, correct.
হুম,
Have you learned the ray diagrams? I think this will come a bit
হুম,
later in your syllabus.
Which one, ma'am?
The ray diagrams in a converging lens.
Ma'am, I
ঠিক
think.
আছে, রাখতে হবে।
No, this will be there for your grade.
No, ma'am, I don't think.
Yeah, this is a grade 10 level. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, do these two questions. You must have learned magnetism and all in your grade 6, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do this question.
Okay. Ma'am, we have to option A. Cool the magnet for a very long time.
No, that's not the correct answer. Have you forgotten your grade 6?
Oh, ma'am, by damaging the cube. I mean, by breaking it with a hammer.
Yeah, you have to basically hit that with a hammer. So you can demagnetize it. Okay, so there are various ways of
And
demagnetizing.
how does it work?
See, when you keep hitting the magnet, no, there are tiny, tiny magnets in it, which are called as the domain of a magnet. So those domains, they start getting disaligned in the magnet. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So when you cool them, nothing is going to happen to the arrangement of the domain inside the magnet. But when you hit the magnet repeatedly, the entire arrangement of the domains, they start getting disturbed and they move in different directions, and therefore it get demagnetized. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
When you pass a small current through the magnet, Vivan, it will still not make any difference because a small current is not so powerful enough to disturb the domain arrangement. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
but
Okay.
it can definitely make the entire domain disturbed by passing an alternative current. Do you know or what is alternative current?
No, ma'am.
Alternative current is basically you increase and you decrease the amount of current that is going to pass through any object. Okay, so the direction
Okay.
will be changed in alternative current. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Do this. Vivan, I hear the click click sound on your keyboard. Are you finding the answer in the Google?
No, ma'am. It's my pen, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So for this question, where it says an electromagnet is used to separate. Okay, so why is the steel unsuitable? Because steels, though, they are called as something as your permanent magnet. They're called as a hard magnet. The reason why they call as hard magnet is once you magnetize the steel, it is going to remain as a magnet until and unless you don't hit it by a hammer or you don't use the various methods to demagnetize it. Okay, Vivan?
Okay.
But instead of steel, we can use iron. Now, why we use an iron is because they are called as a soft magnet. The reason why they are called soft magnets because they have the ability to demagnetize themselves the moment you stop the current flow in them. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So here they have asked why steel is unsuitable as a core of the electromagnet because it forms a permanent magnet. That's the
Okay.
answer. You must have learned electrostatics, right?
Ma'am, no, ma'am. They only taught like when you rub. They taught that only one experiment. And when you
Okay,
rub,
so you know
then
basic
again
stuff
you
like if it is a like charge, what would happen if they are unlike charge, what would happen? That you must have
no,
learned
ma'am.
already, right?
No, ma'am.
Then you can solve this question, sort it out.
And 30 or 31.
30, 30. Try to read it, understand what they're trying to ask you, and then figure it out, okay?
Okay. Mm.
I done?
And it's because they both carry like charges.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so the moment you see the word ripple, it means they carry the same charges. So
Like
option,
magnets, ma'am.
yeah, they're same as like magnets, but in magnets we use the word poles, and for this electrostatics we use the word charge. All right,
Okay.
charges are plus sign and minus sign. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
they you must have not studied electricity, right? The circuits and all that.
Yes, ma'am. They were taught all the symbols, but I
They
don't
taught you
remember
the
anything.
simple, but you will learn majority of this in your grade 10, so we're not going to do that. Have you learned about what protons, electrons, and neutrons?
And no, ma'am. That's next PF4, ma'am, for us in
Okay.
chemistry.
You must. So you have not learned about it.
And no, no, sir, no, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we're done with this MCQ, and we'll take up another question paper. Okay. Are you aware of? I mean, are you okay with the set of things that we did now?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see the screen?
And just a second, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And the first one, ma'am.
Hmm. Think and say, tell the answer.
Ma'am, measuring cylinder and ruler.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
It's correct. This question.
3 points.
Think and tell the answer. Okay, it's a tricky question.
Ma'am, is it lead and wood because they're not metals?
Why do you think so?
Because they're not metal?
Have they mentioned the word ignore air resistance?
No, ma'am.
They've not mentioned?
Mm-hmm. No, ma'am.
Okay. In this question, here they say that three objects are being dropped from a bench. What would be, will they have the same acceleration? They will have the same acceleration, Vivan, because they are on the same surface of the earth. Okay.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Acceleration due to gravity, which is acting on these three, would be the same.
Okay. Ma'am, so air drag will not be counted.
No. Here, be careful with which type of graph they have given you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 100 meters, ma'am.
What, Vivan?
100 meters, option C.
How did you get that as 100?
Ma'am, 10 into 20 whole by 2.
Why did you do by 2?
And because it's a slanting line, ma'am. It
Uh,
makes a triangle.
is that the reason? Yeah, it makes a triangle. Very good. Don't say the word it's a slanting, okay? So here you're supposed to say it's a triangle.
Okay.
Next question.
And the weight, the mass of the bottle of water is measured in newtons.
Yes, that's correct. Fifth one.
Not and they have the same mass and same weight.
How do they have the same weight? Vivan, check the seesaw properly.
And do they have the same mass and same density?
Same?
Mass and same density.
Yeah, that's correct. This is based on calculations, so do it.
Okay. Ma'am, 180 by 120, ma'am.
How did you
Option
get that answer?
uh, density is mass by volume.
Hmm.
So mass is 180 grams. Volume is 120. Volume is 120.
Volume is 120.
120.
How did you get 120, Vivan?
Oh, sorry, ma'am. 140, ma'am. 140.
Did you calculate this properly? The divisions over here.
Yes, ma'am.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is 120. I mean 140.
140. So
So you
180 by
calculate.
140.
Yeah. Option B or D?
Ma'am, D, ma'am.
How?
Ma'am, mass by volume, ma'am.
Yeah, but then look at over here. They asked you to find out the liquid.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So 100, ma'am. I have to subtract.
Yes, it is 100 by 140. Okay, so we're going to stop till here. We'll continue the same in the next class, Vivan. Alright?
Okay, ma'am.
Do you have any questions so far?
No, ma'am.